guys, I'm John Everett, owner of Yard Sell Inc. I've been in business since May. Some of you may know. I shortly thereafter started my social pages, Facebook, Instagram, what have you, and one of those was YouTube. So I've been watching some of the experts do their shows and finding my own rhythm, so to speak, and I think I have it. So I'll be starting a show that will be on my channel in the next coming weeks called Anything But Dust. And what the show is about is up and coming niches we see developing and possibly becoming popular. For example, I stumbled across the fact that 80s trapper keepers are selling for $40, $50 on eBay. And so I guess that's an up and coming popular niche per se. And I was shocked. I do all of my work just about on eBay, had no idea. So just shows you how diverse and unpredictable the collecting market can be. Also, we'll be talking about oddity collections, and I have somebody lined up who collects death photos, which, as strange as that sounds, it's not that uncommon. Used to be very, very common actually in the early 20th century, and she'll talk a little bit about the psychology behind it and maybe take a little bit of the stigma away from the idea of collecting it. So if you know anybody or meet anyone who collects death photos, don't run because they're not necessarily serial killers, okay? And I tell everyone, the first part of any of my introductions is discussion about my Star Wars collection. It's my passion. It's right up there with my wife and my daughters. I love it dearly, and I love meeting other people who collect Star Wars. So we'll be talking about that a lot, especially on the first show. I have an order that I'm waiting on coming in. I'm excited. I'm like a kid before Christmas. But the interesting thing about this order is it's not the typical figures and the weapons and setups that we Star Wars fans typically go after. These are some unsung heroes, as I like to call them, of the collections. Things that people don't necessarily think about or they pass up. But they're also so rare you're not bombarded by them when you're on Amazon or Etsy or any of these sites. So sometimes out of sight, out of mind. For example, I purchased this 1979 letter from the fan club, the Lucasfilm fan club, and this was a letter that was informing the kids about a contest that was coming up, and the first place winner was going to get to go to the set of Empire Strikes Back. Oh my God! That's right up there with being able to go backstage with the Beatles. So that's one thing I'm going to get, and I plan on framing it. Got a really good deal on that. And also, I ordered this patch, which is the 1985 fan club patch. As you can see, it says Star Wars Lucasfilm Fan Club. Weren't that many out there, and I just happened to see it at the bottom of my page for little of nothing. So I made an offer on this as well as the letter. My plan is to have this letter in a frame with this on the bottom. It's going to look really cool. May never become super valuable, but hey, I don't have a lot of money sunk in it, and that's not what it's about anyway. It's about my passion for Star Wars. But I wanted to get out there and find this stuff before the movie rolls in because, as we all know as Star Wars fans, when those new movies come out, it's gone, and if it's not, it's outrageously priced, okay? The other interesting thing is I did order a lifelong dream I had had, even as a kid. My parents weren't able to buy me one, was an AT-AT. If you don't know what an AT-AT is, guys, as maybe you're not a Star Wars fan, it's still really cool. Looks like a big robot dog. It's great. But in the order, the lady who was selling it also had some other items, and it was for auction, and I got lucky, which is rare for me, and won the auction. In the picture was a box that the AT-AT had come in. It had been in her attic for a while, so it was kind of dilapidated and really bad off, but that was okay. To me, it was an extra. She sent a message before she mailed it out saying, hey, this is in really bad shape. If you're not interested in it, I'll throw it away. Well, bless her heart. She must not be a collector, but I told her, no, I'd like to have it if that's okay because it was in the picture. So she did send it to me. And I will say this, she did not exaggerate when she said it was in really bad shape, right? So you can see it's just falling apart. So what I want to do is something interesting. I take this as a challenge. So I don't plan on restoring it because I think it's beyond repair in that sense. But I thought, hey, if I could secure it to a nice solid backing and clean it up a little bit and take my time, I could maybe use it as a backdrop for my collection, which will add to that Star Wars ambiance. So thought that would be really neat, and I'll keep you guys up to date on how that project's going. If anybody's ever done anything similar, please reach out to me because I am a clumsy artist at best when I take on that endeavor. Okay, so I'm looking really forward to doing this. That's the show. It's going to be everything but dust, which simply means we'll collect everything but dust. So I look forward to meeting a lot of new people. So be sure to follow us and like us and send me messages. I'm always gunning to learn. All right, guys. Have a